So Mike, founder of Sons of Liberty Spirits Company, is with us, joining us. How you doing?
Very well.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, you brought some.
Brought some whiskey for you.
All right. So, yeah, we're talking about drinks now, right? Forget the food. On to the good stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us. What'd you bring us? Uprising.
Uprising, yeah.
Awesome.
It's our single malt made from a stout with beer. So it has undertones of chocolate and coffee in it. It's fairly appropriate.
We should get some glasses out here. No,
Just wait from the bottle. That's how you do it.
So I just ate tuna. Sorry about that. All right, so you started a couple years ago, and I've read tons of stuff about you guys, but let's really talk about really how you got started.
Yeah. So I guess like any good idea, I was drinking too much.
Yeah.
And I went to business school in London and drank a lot of scotch over there, and then went on a lot of tours, and the dude kept saying, this is the distiller's beer. So it turns out whiskey is a beer that's been distilled, and no one really knows that.
No, I
right?
would have never known that until I read all about you.
Yeah. So, and we literally are one of the only ones nationally and internationally that brew drinkable beers and distill them. And that's kind of our whole thing. So Uprising, this is kind of a really good example. This was the first one we came out with. It's a dark stout beer that we brew,
so cool.
And then distill it into a single malt. And so when I learned that, I'm like, dude, I want to brew beers I love and distill them. And I'm an Italian kid from Rhode Island. So I love to cook, and like the better ingredients you use, the better resulting anything you have, especially in Rhode Island. You know, everyone likes to cook and likes the food. So people get that concept. Well, in beer, bourbon, like they brew like a crappy beer, a light beer, it's sour, it's gross, and they make a bourbon out of it. So I'm like, well, dude, if you had a better starting ingredient, wouldn't your whiskey be better? So we started with the concept like, dude, brew the best beer you can, and it'll make an even better whiskey. And literally, we started, launched in 2011. We're up to, I think, 75 awards in international blind tastings. Like, we're by far the most awarded distillery in New England. And it's kind of just a testament to that idea. Like, dude, start with good stuff. Be proud about what you do, and the results will come. And that's kind of where we went. Yeah.
And here you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I read, someone sent me this article that in the Patriots locker room, after they won the Super Bowl, the guys were passing around bottles and drinking.
Insane, right? Yeah, Battle Cry whiskey. Yeah.
Battle Cry whiskey in the locker room after they had just won
I know.
Super Bowl.
The funniest part about that is they were drinking Andre champagne, Bud Light, and our whiskey. So I was like psyched to see it, but I'm like,
wait.
Their choices, like the dude with the good, the good choices had our bottle. The Andre, I have no idea about.
You're like, I don't know if I want to be mixed with that company.
No, dude, we were
also...
psyched. No, like I know, and honestly, we didn't do it. I think someone in the locker room just dug our whiskey and brought it.
Really? It wasn't you? You didn't send it?
No, like we have historically sent it and done these pranks and all that stuff, but no, we had nothing to do with that. So we're like, that's kind of even cooler that someone liked our whiskey so much they brought it in the locker room.
So you don't know how it got there?
No, to this day, I'm texting, did you do it? Thank you if you did, but I have no idea.
So someone had just liked it. That's
awesome.
better.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know. We have no idea, because normally we are like sending it, trying, but like this one was totally organic. Like someone just brought it to.
Congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. Isn't that cool?
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we're
Good
psyched.
news.
Yeah.
Good news. All right, so let's talk about a little bit. So that's awesome. Too bad I was trying to figure out who sent to try to get that backstory.
No, there legit. There was none on that. I mean, like we have sent stuff to like Peyton Manning as a joke. We actually sent Mr. Kraft our whiskey. It's been in the luxury boxes at Gillette and stuff. So I know that it's been there, but I didn't know anyone there knew it, and we didn't send it to the Super Bowl.
So they liked it.
Yeah,
they took it, right? It took. Whatever you've done, take it.
Yeah. Better lucky, I guess. That's smart.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So your product has been, it's been sticking. People seem to really like it around here. People really like local stuff. I think that's one of the best things about Rhode Island. I mean, I've been here for 5 years, and I love being in Rhode Island. I love Rhode Island products, and I think that's a real testament about the Rhode Island community is people like supporting local products. So I'm curious how you've seen your product grow over the past, 6 years?
Yeah.
How you've seen it really grow and take off. You said you've won 75 awards. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. So honestly, we've been super blessed with respect to people in Rhode Island. Like when we launched, our whiskey looked like white wine. Like it was so young. It wasn't really white whiskey, but it wasn't really aged. And I had people always say, like, oh, how old is it? And I'd say, look, if I've been in business 6 months and I sell you a 10-year-old whiskey, you should wonder where I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some people do that, but we to a T, all of our retailers, all of our bar, we told our story. We said, look, we're not trying to sell it as a 10-year-old whiskey at that top point. It's a stout beer distilled in whiskey. And we were blessed to have support, not only of the consumers, but also the retail partners. So it is insane if you come in and then they can come to the distillery. Like, we have a functioning distillery. You can smell it being made. We have an awesome tasting room. You can try it in different formats. And then people believe. But yeah, once we had people down there like, dude, you're making it in Rhode Island? Like, yeah, we had such great support from day one.
Why did you decide to do it here?
Well, I grew up in Narragansett, went to school in Providence, and I love Rhode Island. You know, I get the question all the time. I mean, there is some negativity about doing business in Rhode Island. Like, why the hell would you start it here? Especially a few years ago, the laws for a distillery and brewery weren't great. They have been changed a little bit. And, you know, I love Rhode Island. Again, it's that kind of small town thing where we've been blessed. If we were in Boston, Massachusetts, or Connecticut, we wouldn't have had the support from day one.
Yeah.
And there's not a better place to make or age whiskey than Rhode Island, because you can age it by the ocean, and there's a style of Scotch that's like aged by the ocean. Can you taste the sea salt, the iodine? And so to define New England single malt whiskey, Rhode Island, the ocean state's really one of the best places to be a producer because of the climate and all that stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So where do you get the beer from?
We make it.
You make your beer, and then you take that beer and then make the whiskey from the beer that you made.
So this is the coolest part. This is the coolest part. So like, from day one, we were making our beer and distilling it, and then we started letting people try the beer. Like, that's good, you should sell it. And we're like, no, we only make whiskey. Yeah, but we just got our brewer's license last fall, and so if you come to the tasting room, we literally do these flights. So Uprising is stout beer. We have the stout on nitro, so it's a 10% stout on nitro pour. It's amazing, but you can try the stout beer, the resulting whiskey. Then what we do is we dump the whiskey barrels and barrel age the stout, so you can try the barrel aged stout, and then we dump the beer out and do a beer finished whiskey. And we're going to be the first producer internationally that has that vertical integration of their products. And I always tell people it's kind of like this, like, again, Italian kid. When we have a chicken at home, my mom, what does she do? She puts the pot on with water and makes a stock, right? And people think of it as like, no producer has said, hey, let's look at taking this and making a stock with it, making whatever. I mean, we're the leftover king at my house, but that's what we do. And it's not that one product is better or worse. It's like, we want to vertically integrate. So how cool is that? And only a real producer that's making it from scratch can do all that. But yeah, we make the beer, we make everything from scratch at the distillery with respect to the whiskeys.
Do you think that's is that because you've just wanted to do that, or is that working as the business model as well? Or is it both?
Yeah, both. It actually happened organically because we were like, I'm too neurotic to buy someone else's beer and distill it. So we had to dial in the recipes and everything. But it actually works out awesome. So like, it's probably too much, but like, yeah, by reusing certain ingredients, yeah, it helps the cost structure. And that's one of the problems with a craft producer, is that you don't have the efficiencies of scale. Yeah. And so it does bring in some efficiencies in the business model, which we haven't seen yet, even because we just got our brewery license. But yeah, as we start launching the beers, it's pretty cool.
When do you think you're going to do that?
Yeah, we're going to actually have a beer release in the next few weeks at the distillery.
Really?
Yeah, we have. But we're never going to do IPAs. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I don't have a beard. Like, skinny jeans for me are size 38, trying to fit in them as skinny jeans, We're not that kind of beer dudes.
Yeah.
I'm not a hipster whatsoever. But no, like,
no,
so we
whiskey.
have. Yeah.
Whiskey
so
guy.
Our releases are whiskey barrel aged stout, whiskey barrel aged Belgian triple. We're actually doing some sours, so sour beers. So more either higher gravity beers or more kind of cellarable beers that can be cellared. That's kind of the stuff you're going to see from us.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you guys have a ton of events that I've seen that involve, which I think is really neat to get people into your tasting room, to get people learning about it. Because whether I'm not a whiskey person, but I think learning about it is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just the fact that this can happen. So I think getting people there and knowing about it is really interesting. So you guys have, which is why I was like, oh, we should get these guys in. Whiskey is my Valentine. Yeah. You had something coloring and cocktails.
Yeah, so like we do.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, so we try and do funny stuff and fun stuff. So like, coloring cocktails, literally everyone comes and paints and whatever, but we suck at painting, seriously. So we got adult coloring books that have swears in it and coloring pencils, and the whole point is literally to come and hang out and have a good time. We did a 5-meter heavy breather, so most people do 5K races, but we wheeze when we race. So we set up a 15-foot race with a starting line, whatever. So we do these events, and they're actually fun and hilarious.
It's really funny.
Yeah, we had T-shirts that said 15.3 feet to glory. It was hilarious. But No, but we've been doing a lot of
That's
jazz,
really
and it's
funny.
hilarious, yeah. And I have a good department of guys like Brian and Alicia, and they come up with really fun, cool stuff. And it's like, what would we want to go to? You
Yeah.
know? But like Saturday, we did live jazz. We had live jazz, had oysters. 210 came in and did an oyster bar for us and stuff. Freedom Friday is the last Friday every month. We have a lot of country and barbecue. For me, it's experiential. Like, I love live music too, but also if you have a good time and you learn about a product, you're gonna leave and be a brand advocate. You're gonna be like, those guys, Sons of Liberty, are cool. Like, we don't take ourselves too serious, as you can see, 15.3 foot race. Like, but it's fun and you can come down, you have a good time. But more importantly, if people from Rhode Island can be like, those guys are cool. Like, I like Mike, I like Brian, I like Drew, the people there. They put a face with the brand, that we've won, because then they're like, oh, I'm gonna make a purchasing decision based on these funny guys we've met. And so it's really worked out to build that brand up, especially in Rhode Island. So yeah, always at Facebook, SOL Spirits is our site, but we do a ton of events. We probably have 3 this week going on. Yeah.
I was shocked at how many events you have going on. I'm like, what can we even talk about? There's so many. I don't know which one we should talk about.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the whiskey is my Valentine. I mean,
yeah, so it's
forgetting
for people,
your date. Like,
yeah, it's like I'm married, so I can't. But we have a few people on staff that are a little grumpy, so they're running that event, and so it's just like ditch everything, come drink. Yeah, we have a cake for everyone there, and it'll be fun. But the point is, again, it's to come, have fun, not take yourself or us too seriously, but learn a bit about the whiskey, and obviously the product stands for itself, so it's top notch. Everything we're doing. Yep.
and let's talk a little bit about some of your products. So this one, which again was fascinated reading a little bit about your company itself and about some of the processes. Flavored whiskey. So we have flavored coffee. We have flavored vodka, which I read you made some comments about, which were hilarious, like marshmallow flavored vodka.
Yeah.
And you are making some flavored whiskey. But talk to me about, you have the pumpkin flavored.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that process, because it sounds amazing. Like,
Yeah.
what goes into making?
Actually, it's a pain in the neck.
Yeah, I bet.
It's a pain in the neck. And actually, it's good and bad. But so when we started, it was looking at the beers, right? And so we had pumpkin spice flavored beer was a big thing like 4 or 5 years ago. Shipyard Pumpkinhead, you'd wait for that to come out. So we did our pumpkin
on people's
whiskey.
calendars.
Yeah, not so much anymore though. It's such a pain in the neck. But so on pumpkin whiskey, what we did is we got locally grown pumpkins. We cut them, core them, literally with ghetto ice cream scoops from Walmart.
Oh my gosh.
Roast them in ovens we have in our parking lot. Press them in my dad's old school ratchet wine press. And blend the whiskey back with the pumpkin juice. So it's barrel-aged whiskey blended with pumpkin juice and spices. So that sounds good, and it was great. And we probably did like a few thousand pounds of pumpkin the first year. But then on that product...
All by hand.
Yeah, all by hand. But on that product, we won a World's Best from Whiskey Magazine. So we're the first craft U.S. distillery ever to get a World's Best designation out of London. So, and we were one of 10 whiskeys they rated best in the world for 2014. So we went from 2,000 pounds of pumpkin to 32,000 pounds of pumpkin that we had to wash, cut, scoop. It was such a pain in the neck.
Because you're like, how do we not do this?
No, I got to take advantage of it. I need to pay rent, so we'll make it. You know what I mean? No, so we did that. But so all of our flavored stuff is like natural ingredients. Carpenter Farm, David Carpenter grew the pumpkins. Like, so we're working with local people, and everyone kind of craps on flavored whiskeys, right? Because it's sugar. It's mostly sugar and fake. Like, we did an apple flavored whiskey this fall. We went down. We got Gala apples from a farm. We pressed those apples and blended it back. It's not like Jolly Rancher green apple fake flavoring we're putting in. So when we're doing it, we're working with the farmers and putting natural ingredients, no sugar, respecting the whiskey. So that's kind of how we do those. So that's what we do on that side.
So what's next? Are you thinking about, is anything else brewing in that brain?
Well, the beer, man. I'm psyched for the beer. I'm psyched to release it. I'm psyched to have, on our website, you'll see like a family tree kind of coming up. And it's like, every product we do will have that beer base and then have a bunch of products off, because literally internationally we'll be the only producer that has families of products that have beer to spirits to different things. And I just think, especially in Rhode Island with the food culture we have here, people get that. They're like, they want to know the source of stuff too, and so that educational component.
That's so
like,
true.
Like if you pick up our bottle, you'll see, hey, this is Uprising Stout whiskey. Oh, they make a beer from it, this or that. Let me try its sister products. And I think adding that to our portfolio to be like, hey, yeah, we make everything along the line. I'm psyched to be able to communicate that more effectively going forward.
Do you get people coming from other places to come see you guys?
So a little bit. In the summer, we're down near Narragansett. So in the summer, we have the last few years as the notoriety has gained, Definitely. But again, the repeat people coming in, bringing their friends in,
Yeah.
it's really cool to see. We've been really blessed with people in Rhode Island being proud that we're here and bringing
Yeah.
people in. So right now, I would say a majority of it is Rhode Islanders. In the summer, you have the Connecticut and whatever
Yeah.
because of where we are. But
I would think, too, people would start coming, reading more about you guys and seeing winning National Whiskey Magazine awards,
Yeah.
being like, oh, I have to go to that place.
yeah,
People-
we're getting there. I mean, we'd like more. Come visit us. Yeah. But yeah, we're getting there, hopefully.
Because people do plan vacations around winery tours, around beer tours, around that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many distilleries people plan around, but I would think more people would start,
Yeah.
like, especially with the beer tour, like having the brewery and the distillery all
Yeah.
in one.
Well, we've been blessed, especially in Rhode Island, to have the beer culture and the breweries really pick up in terms of numbers. For a while it was Newport Storm, it was Trinity, it was just a few guys making
Yeah.
beer. Now you have amazing producers, and so people can do like a beer and whiskey tour.
Yeah.
Before it was only a few stops. So down by us, we have Whalers who are awesome. We have Proclamation. So the
Great buildings, too.
yeah,
And
but
great-
also great products. So
Yeah.
if you're a beer whiskey person, you don't only have to come visit us. You can go visit the breweries around us, literally Whalers and Proclamation, and go out to dinner at Coast Guard or Matuna Oyster Bar,
Yeah.
or any of these great places, and make a day of it. Whereas before it would be like, why are they driving to South County just to visit us?
Yeah.
But so we have been blessed to have other people start around us, which will be a draw. Yeah.
Wrapping up here in the next couple minutes, what's your logo? How'd you get
So,
the logo?
yeah, Sons
I
of
kind of
Liberty-
love it. Like we were
Thanks.
talking about this before. We're like, I hope that they bring the products
Nice.
because your labeling, logo,
Thank you.
everything looks really good.
Yeah, so Sons of Liberty actually was 5 red stripes, 4 white stripes, the Sons of Liberty flag originally. We turned it this way, and it was on white, but put it on anything, so it doesn't really make sense. But but it's a Sons of Liberty flag originally. But honestly, I would say to people all the time, you're never going to see a dude with a musket on our crap. Like, it's not that kind of Sons of Liberty. I'm a guy that quit my job, started a distillery, and I always say, like, how dumb is that, really, when you think about that? Like, I was working in finance, I have a wife.
Oh,
two
you're
kids.
like Fred,
Yeah.
who was just in here.
Really?
Luke and Danny. He did the jewelry guy.
Oh, did he?
He
Yeah.
quit his job in finance.
So how dumb is that, right? But the other thing is how truly American is that.
Yeah.
Like I went to business school in London, and one of the things I learned is there's people from Asia that are so much smarter with math than me, but you got to give them the problem. What we own in the U.S. is that entrepreneurial spirit that like I don't care if I fail, I just want it's a good story if I do. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try it. And so our Sons of Liberty brand really is that. It's like they were the guys that started the American Revolution. They took on the British. How dumb was that, right? But they succeeded.
They did.
And that's our spirit from day one is like, dude, I want to do this. I want a better life. And like the people we get, I'm 37, we get people in their 30s that want to take that shot, so we are like, hey, let's be an inspiration for them. And that's the spirit of the Sons of Liberty brand is just a bunch of people that doing what they love and taking a shot with their life. And really when people get to know us, they're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. That is American. And so that was really the nature of it. Again, it wasn't like, dude with a musket on our stuff. It's really just like really proud to have stuff made here again in the US especially. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
joining
you.
us.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And you have a couple events coming up this week, so if you want more information, you can check out Sons of Liberty webpage.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Great. Thank you
Okay.
so much for joining us.
Thanks.
I'll hand
Take
this
care.
back to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
All right.
you. Great. All right, everybody. So that was